What's up, everyone? Derek Croswell here, superterra.com. It's May 24th, 2024. Let's get it. In gaming, there's a term called griefing, where your teammates intentionally throw a game, which means they play poorly in order to make you lose in the process. It's done maliciously as a way to show the disaffected that they have a certain level of control over the desired outcome that the person was looking for. Ultimately, this affects the subject's psychology in such a way that distrust will be the default response to any inter and intrapersonal relationships, whether personal or professional, that they will be involved with over the course of their lives. It can be said that gamers will invariably suffer some sort of PTSD in the form of a lack of commitment and distrust due to these online encounters, which can have a bleed over effect in real life. These real life instances take the form of triggers. Key phrases become dog whistles for the subjects, sparking off those memories of loss, ultimately setting them off in varying ways. Now, some may lash out, some may be reclusive, and others may become passive aggressive, all of which are not good ways to cope with the pains of the past. I bring this up because of one of these triggers is through the idea of hypotheticals and how certain people, specifically those that are professionals or are in assumed places of authority, use hypotheticals, not to create context in which can build a connection with the subject person, but rather to subversively assert a certain level of control over the subject person with the goal of getting something out of them. The example that I'm going to refer to for this recording is financial professionals. This can be either financial advisors or financial planners. Now, this isn't to throw shade at any specific entity or person, but it is to give some color to what I'm referring to. Just like in gaming, the goal of investing is to win or earn remuneration or some sort of return or compensation. In gaming, the return is unlocking some levels, skins, audio tracks, or other game related media. In investing, the return is other people's money. Because remember, investing is just like gaming in life, it's a zero sum game, which means that if I or you win, then someone else has to lose. Now, why do we or other people lose at video games or investing? It's mainly because of a lack of experience and expertise in either case. Not enough time and energy is spent learning all the nuances of either case in order to effectively make the best decisions and to execute those decisions properly at a fundamental level. We cannot depend on others in order to develop our discernment with big life decisions, whether that be in the game world or the real world. This is where illustrations that are used to potentially map out what a person needs to do in order to achieve wealth in regards to investing is not based in good faith, but is rather a form of posturing for the benefit of the one that's proposing it. In layman's terms, these illustrations seek to get portfolio fees from clients, and the returns that are suggested, even though they do provide a disclaimer, severely underperform as compared to other options available to these clients. This is why illustrations is a form of griefing, a trigger, as I mentioned before, because it's intentionally making these clients lose by providing them with underperforming options. I'm just going to come out with it. Most of these financial professionals will suggest portfolios that will most likely earn around 10% a year over year in returns, and that you should hold your money in mutual funds or an ETF for long periods of time so that you can achieve some compound interest. Now, while compound interest is true, these clients won't be able to see exponential growth until way in the future. I don't know about you, but I don't want to wait 30 or 40 years in order to enjoy the fruits of my labor, especially when there's better options out there. For example, a hedge fund makes on average around 20 to 30% returns for their clients, or up to triple what financial professionals suggest. But you know what crushes both financial professionals and hedge funds for returns on your money and time investment? Subscription based businesses. This is where you, as the business owner, charge clients for your services or usage over time. It's a win win if the service that you provide clients positively affects either their wealth, health, or happiness in some way. The even better news is the best subscription models are ones that gives the user the flexibility of the length of the term of the contract, which builds trust and brand loyalty. The returns for this model literally blows any investment strategy out of the water because the expense ratio is usually extremely low. You don't have to wait 30 years to get paid, and you don't have to spend multi thousands of dollars if you build your services on the right platform and with the right plan. And you'll also develop real skills in the process, such as negotiation, application architecture, order fulfillment, payment processing, network administration, and the list goes on. I know I've said a lot here, but I want you to take away from this monologue one thing. Even though gaming deals in hypotheticals, life and business does not deal in hypotheticals. The consequence for this is unnecessary losses and residual negative hits to a person's self esteem for trusting said hypotheticals without doing any diligence to confirm the validity of the proposition. The reality is, most people will just listen and believe. This happens because people have this stigma around the truth, as if declaring it to those that are acting in bad faith to them will harm them. It is our duty to stand up for ourselves when we know that the things that are being told to us is harmful, even if it comes off as offensive. What would you rather have? A resolution where you stood on your purpose and your life benefit because of it? Or continuance of a malicious person's scheme, which in the end puts you through unnecessary pain? The choice is yours. Thanks for your time.